Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Reply me. Screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we'll discuss one more algorithm for discovering of association rule. On the yesterday's turn, we have discussed a priori algorithm. Today we will discuss the partition algorithm. So before the starting of the algorithm, let's revise some of the concepts. So let's first see if we have a transaction. So transaction T is defined as any subset of item in L. And what is L? L is a collection of your different transactions. Okay. If you look at the first line, that L, capital I, you can say capital I is a collection of I1, I2, IM. Okay. So these are the number of different elements, or you can say there are different items which are present. So M type of different items present. And what is T? T is a transaction subset. What we call T, we call T as a transaction. Okay. So in the transaction, we have any of subset of these items. Either we have full complete item set, or we have the collection of the items. Okay. So suppose you have 10 items. So collection of 10 items will call your complete item set. And within the transaction, there may be a subset of item set is possible. Like in any particular transaction, 5 items are there. In any transaction, 3 items there. Okay. So you can see like that. Agar you want to take an example. So if there is an example of a shopping mall, so we have, suppose you are going to purchase a grocery store. Okay. So in a grocery store, so if you are collecting all the grocery items, so it's a collection of groceries. Okay. But within your basket, if you are taking only 5 items, then we called it a transaction. Okay. Some other people might have another baskets, and he is taking 10 items. Okay. So all the item is taken from the complete set of the groceries. Okay. So we have a complete set of items, and within from that item set, we have a small subset, and that small subset called transaction. Okay. And collection of all transaction is represented as a database, and it is denoted by capital D. Okay. So if you are taking, so if 10 people are present into the grocery store, so all the 10 peoples and the collection from all the 10 peoples, each and every one has a basket, and within the basket there are some items. So if you are taking the collection of all the transactions, then it is called a database. Okay, so what is an item set? Item set is a set of items is called the item set. Okay, combination of items is called your item set. What is the length of the item set? It is the number of items set in the, it is the number of items in the item set. Item set of the length k are referred to as k item set. It means that within the basket, if you have only 3 items, so we call it 3 item set. If you have only 1 item, then we called it 1 item set. We have used item set in a priori algorithm. What we have done in a priori algorithm? We start with 1 item set. We count the support value, and if the item found to be frequent, we considered it, and we make 2 item set from those. Then we count the support for the 2 item set, like the combination of the 2. So K is the length of the item set. How many items are stored within your item set? This is called your K value. Okay, so we have 3 different things. One is the collection of distinct items. Transaction is a subset of any collection of the items. Database is your collection of transactions, and item set is a collection of your items. Then we count the support count value. What is the support count? Support count is the total frequency of appearance a particular pattern in a database. Okay, so this is the support count. How many times a particular item occurs in different transactions. So this is known as your support count. Okay, so in other terms, if T is the transaction in the database D and X is an item set, then T is set to support X if X is a subset of T. Hence, the support of X is a fraction of transaction that support X. ठीक है, तो layman terms में ये सिर्फ इतना ही है कि how many times a particular item appears in different transactions. You just count the value, and this represent your support count value. What is a frequent item set? An item set whose support count is greater than and equal to the minimum support threshold specified by the user. So for each and every type of question, there should be a minimum threshold value of the support. First, you decide this support value, and on the basis of this support value, we are comparing the value of calculated support count. Okay. So if you are taking a 1 item set, suppose you have taken item set bread, and you are finding out the support value in different transaction, it comes out to be 2 only, and your defined support count is 4. Then we said it is not a frequent item because it is not buying very frequently, because only 2 times it is bought by the consumer. So we call it is infrequent. And those item sets whose support count is greater than the threshold value, then we call it a frequent item. Okay, so apart from that, we have infrequent items. Infrequent item set means whose support count is less than the decided threshold value of the support. Then we have 2 properties, downward closure properties and upward closure properties. What is a downward closure property? It is a top-down search. Top-down search means if an item set is frequent, then all its subsets must be frequent. Okay. Suppose if you have the item set, which is a 3 item set, and you are purchasing 3 items together, then if you are considering in the partition of that, now you are taking the partition of these item sets in a different way, like A, B, C is the item set which is found to be frequent. Then A, B, and C separately are the frequent item set. A, B, B, C, and AC is also a frequent set. Okay, so the combination of 2 item set, if you partition into 2 item and 1 item set, then it is found to be frequent because the upper value is frequent, so all the lower values considered to be frequent. And there is one more property, that is downward closure property. If an item set is infrequent, all its superset must be infrequent. ठीक है, जस्ट इसका अपोजिट है. अगर कोई आइटम सेट आपका इनफ्रीक्वेंट फाइंड आउट हो गया, जैसे सपोज एबीसी हमारा इनफ्रीक्वेंट है, तो उसमें आप कोई भी आइटम ऐड करेंगे. इफ यू आर एडिंग अ डी आइटम, ए बी सी डी, 4 items that you are generating, then it is also found to be infrequent because ABC is infrequent. So if you are combining any other item, then it is also called an infrequent item set. So all the superset of the infrequent is infrequent. Now all the subset of the frequent are frequent. Okay. So there is a kind of line. Okay. If you look at, if you imagine any diagram, so there is a kind of a line. Okay. And that line is called your maximal frequent set. Okay. This is the last subset. Okay. Maximal frequent set क्या होगा? This is the last subset which is frequent and so it's proper subset. ठीक है. जो आपकी बॉर्डर लाइन जहां के नीचे वाले सारे फ्रीक्वेंट होंगे और उस बॉर्डर लाइन के ऊपर वाले सारे इनफ्रीक्वेंट होंगे, तो वो जो बॉर्डर लाइन होगी दैट इज कॉल्ड मैक्सिमल फ्रीक्वेंट सेट, कि जिसके नीचे के सारे फ्रीक्वेंट होंगे और उसके ऊपर के सबसेट सारे इनफ्रीक्वेंट होंगे. ठीक है. दैट बॉर्डर लाइन इज कॉल्ड योर मैक्सिमल फ्रीक्वेंट सेट. Now the algorithm is, there is another algorithm, that is partition algorithm. It's presented by Sverserev-Omusky. These are the names. Okay, in the conference of 1995. It requires 2 passes over the database. Okay, so it partitioned the database into the number of non-overlapping partitions. Okay. So what is a database? Database is a collection of your transactions. Okay. So it partitioned the data set into the number of non-overlapping partitions. Each partition is read and vertically list of transaction IDs are formed for each item. So what we have? We have different transactions in a particular partition. Then all the locally frequent item sets are generated by transaction list intersection. So the same process that we follow in a priori algorithm, the same process will hold here. What we are doing, we are just not considering the complete database. What we are taking? We are taking the partition of the database. Rest of the procedure is very same. Okay. So in the a priori algorithm, what we are doing? We are finding out what are the frequent item set, and at the last we are taking the union of all the frequent item set. The same thing is doing here, but this thing is done within the partitions. Okay. And we scan all the partitions and we find out the local frequent sets. And when we find all the local frequent sets in different partitions, then we take the union of those. Let's see an example. So this is your sample database. Okay, so this is the sample database. If you look at the sample data set, how many transaction is there? So total 15 rows. Okay, so 15 transaction is there. Okay, for 15 rows, there are 15 transactions and we have 9 different items. How many different items? 9 different items are present. So within a transaction 1, suppose a value 1 is present, it means that item is present. If 0 is present into the transaction ID, it means that item is not present. Okay, so if you look at the database, if you find out T1 value, so what are the different items which is present in T1? The item is first, fifth, sixth, and eighth. Okay, so these are the items which is present into the transaction 1. Similarly, for transaction 2, we have item number 2, 4, and 8. Rest of the values are 0. It means those items are not present. Okay. So Mansi, you tell me what is the third transaction? What are the items present into the third transaction? बाकी लोग भी बताइए चैट में. Yes, Mansi. Mansi, unmute yourself and tell.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the items present into the third transaction? T3. मानसी अनम्यूट कीजिए, बताइए आपको क्लियर हो रहा है?
Yes.
मानसी की आवाज नहीं आ पा रही लगता है। प्रज्ञा आप बताइएगा, प्रज्ञा सोनी। देखिए ऐसे नहीं हो पाएगा, आप लोग अनम्यूट करके बताइए मुझे, है ना। Somebody replied in chat, yes, man. Mansi, you have to reply. What is the item present in 2T3? Pragya, you don't know that question, है? क्वेश्चन ये है कि आपके T3 ट्रांजैक्शन में कौन कौन से आइटम प्रेजेंट होंगे। ठीक है, जैसे मैंने बताया कि आपके ट्रांजैक्शन 1, एक रो जो है वो आपकी एक ट्रांजैक्शन शो कर रही है। तो जहां पर 1 वैल्यू है वो पर्टिकुलर आइटम कंसीडर होगा, जहां पे 0 है वो आइटम कंसीडर नहीं होगा। तो ट्रांजैक्शन 1 इज योर फर्स्ट रो। ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट रो में कहां पर 1 प्रेजेंट है? A1 पे प्रेजेंट है, A5 पे, A6 पे और A8 पे। तो आइटम नंबर 1, 5, 6 and 8 is present in transaction 1. So similarly we have different transaction. So tell me what are the items which are present in transaction 2 or 3. Mansi is telling 3. So 3 items are present, and what are the item numbers, Mansi? A4, A5 and A7. ठीक है, प्रज्ञा ने भी ठीक ही बताया है। ठीक है, तो सिमिलरली आपके जो है ना, ये ऐसे ही आप क्या करेंगे, ट्रांजैक्शंस फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं कि पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजैक्शन में आपके कौन कौन से जो हैं वो आइटम्स प्रेजेंट। तो अगर आप इसे काउंट करेंगे तो देयर आर 15 रोज। ठीक है, within the 15 rows there are different item numbers. Okay, so in some transactions A1, A5 is present, in some transactions some other item is present. Okay, so to count the support value, ठीक है, what we are to count the support value what we need to do, we need to count the how many times a particular item is appeared in different transactions. Okay, to count the support value of an item, we count how many times a particular item appears in different transactions. Okay, so now the first we need to count the support count of value 1. मतलब जो फर्स्ट आइटम सेट है A1, उसका अगर हमें सपोर्ट काउंट फाइंड आउट करना है तो हम देखेंगे A कितनी बार आया है। तो A कितनी बार आया है? एक बार ट्रांजैक्शन 1 में आया है और एक बार ट्रांजैक्शन 14 में आया है। ठीक है, क्योंकि 1 कितनी बार प्रेजेंट है, अगर हम एक कॉलम देखेंगे तो 1 हमारा कितनी बार 1 आया है, A1 में 2 टाइम्स आया है। तो द सपोर्ट काउंट वैल्यू ऑफ A1 आइटम इज 2 बिकॉज A1 इज सपोर्टेड बाय ओनली 2 ट्रांजैक्शंस। क्लियर है सबको? रिप्लाई कीजिए चैट में, रिप्लाई कीजिए। ओनली प्रज्ञा सोनी इज रिप्लाइंग। और किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्या? ठीक है, तो किसी का भी हमें सपोर्ट काउंट जब भी हमें फाइंड आउट करना है तो वी हैव टू फाइंड हाउ मेनी टाइम्स इट अपीयर्स इनटू द ट्रांजैक्शन। ओके, so 1 is in A1, 1 is present 2 times in a single column. Okay, now go for the item 2, count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many times it appears? It appears 6 times in different transactions. So item number 2 has a support count value 6 because it is supported by 6 different transactions. Okay, तो जो 6 transactions है उन्होंने item 2 को select किया है. So the item support count of item 2 is now 6. Similarly, we calculate the support count value of 3, 4, 5, 6 and we'll take the combination of these, like the combination of 1 and 2, the combination of 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 1 and 4. So all the possible combinations should be there. We have to make all the possible 2 item set and 3 item set, and we need to count the support value. Okay, तो यहाँ पर जो भी support count लिखे हैं, those are only those item set whose support count is greater than the threshold value. Otherwise जो है हमारा, जैसे अगर हमने कोई आइटम सेट बनाया, 1-2 आइटम सेट बनाया सपोज 2 आइटम सेट में, तो अगर हम काउंट करेंगे तो 1-2 कहीं पर भी एक साथ अकर नहीं हुए हैं, ठीक है। जहां पे दोनों जगह पे 1 होगा वो होगा 1-2 आइटम सेट। तो आप ऑल द 15 ट्रांजैक्शन सर्च कीजिए और कहीं पर भी आपको 1-2 जो है वो एक साथ में 1-1 नहीं दिखाई देगा, तो 1-2 इज डिस्कार्डेड। ओके, so similarly we take all the combinations and we count the support. So these are the only item set which are frequent in nature, and जो support count है वो आपका defined support count है, that is 1, ठीक है। those who are value whose values is greater than 1 is said to be a frequent item set. जो threshold value set है इसमें वो है 1। तो अगर 2 भी support count value तो it is greater than or equal greater than 1, so we considered it as a frequent item set. clear है इतना सबको? तो यहाँ we are scanning the complete database and we are counting the support value. Now what happened in partition algorithm? In the partitioned algorithm, in the phase 1, first of all we partition the transaction data set. जैसे कि हमारा database था, तो first of all we partitioned it. मतलब you have to make certain partitions. And that partition should be non-overlapping. Non-overlapping means if you consider a row into the first partition, you should not consider it into the second partition. Okay, so this is non-overlapping value. Okay, so suppose you are taking the first partition from transaction number 1 to transaction number 5. Then the second will start from transaction number 6 and goes up to transaction number 10. Similarly, the third will start from transaction number 11 and goes up to 15. So we have the 15 rows, and if we divide into the 3 partitions, so what are the 3 partitions? Each partition has 5 rows, and these 5 rows are non-overlapping. If a row is present in T1, then it will not present into T2. Okay, so let's see the algorithm. It's a very simple algorithm, the same algorithm which is present into the a priori algorithm. What we do here, we simply do a partition of the database. जितने भी आपको partition पे करना है आप partition करेंगे. P is your partition data set and N is the number of partitions. We start in the phase 1 for I is equals to 1 to N. ठीक है? For every partitions we read the transactions in a partition data set and we apply a priori algorithm to generate all the frequent item set. ठीक है? बिल्कुल प्रोसीजर आपका वही है, ए प्रायरी एल्गोरिथम अप्लाई करेंगे. सिर्फ क्या है, यू आर अप्लाइंग इट इनटू द पार्टीशन डेटाबेस. ओके, एंड आफ्टर यू आर अप्लाइंग द ए प्रायरी एल्गोरिथम यू विल गेट frequent item sets in different partitions. Okay, now we'll do the merge phase. So what we do, we take the union for all the li values. Li is your item sets and these are the generated candidate set. So in phase 2 what we do, we read all the candidate set and we count the support value. Okay, if the support value is greater than the defined sigma, then we called it a global frequent item set, and answer is your global frequent item set. So let's see with an example. As I told, I have partitioned it to, so T is divided into T1, T2 and T3, and support value is 20%, like 1 is the support value. So it will consider all the frequent item sets, like these are the frequent set in partition 1, these are the frequent set in partition 2, and L3 are the frequent set in the partition 3. और ये कहाँ से आए? We are calculating it by applying the a priori algorithm. And what is a priori algorithm? We count the support value of all the frequent item set, and those who are having a predefined greater than the predefined threshold, we consider it as a frequent item set. ठीक है, बाय अप्लाइंग ए प्रायोरी एल्गोरिथम वी जनरेट ऑल द फ्रीक्वेंट आइटम सेट इनटू 3 डिफरेंट पार्टीशंस। जब हमारे पास ये 3 डिफरेंट पार्टीशंस आ जाएंगे देन वी टेक द यूनियन। ठीक है, अब क्या होगा, यूनियन लेने के बाद there are some sets which are common, then we eliminate those. So these are the total number of item set. Okay, फिर क्या करेंगे, जब हमारे पास ये टोटल नंबर ऑफ आइटम सेट आ जाएंगे तो हम डेटाबेस को वन मोर टाइम स्कैन करेंगे और उसके बाद फाइनल सेट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंट आइटम सेट प्रोड्यूस करेंगे। Now what is reduced here? It is reduced here to check the all the combination values. We'll check the support values for these combinations only. Whatever combinations you get into the local partitions, you need to check for those only. Because in each and every local partitions, you have eliminated some of the data sets, some of the item sets. Those item sets will not be considered. Only considered one are take the union of considered item sets. And after taking the union, now you have a list of the item set. In this list, what you have initially, you have 1 item set, then 2 item set, then 3 item set, then 4 item set. Now you will go and scan the database one more time, and you need to find the support of the global support. You need to find the global support. If you find these any of the item set which is infrequent, you just eliminate it and you need not to consider that item set. Okay, otherwise considered it. So the partition algorithm reduces the number of, in a priori algorithm, what we are doing? Well, we are taking all the combinations. In a pass 1, we are taking 1 item set. In the pass 2, we are taking the combination of 2. In pass 3, we are taking the combination of 3. Like this one, you have to generate all the possible combination and check. Here you need not to check all the partitions. So the scanning of database is reduced somehow, because initially you are scanning the local databases which are shorter in the memory size. Okay, smaller in the memory size. So the time taking for the scanning of database is now minimum. Okay, so initially you scan for the partitions of the database, you find out the frequent item set, and then after that, when you are able to develop the complete set, then you find the global support count. किसी को कोई क्वेरी है तो अभी तक पूछ लो। ए प्रायोरी एल्गोरिथम में, पार्टीशन एल्गोरिथम में किसी को क्लियर नहीं हुआ है तो ठीक है, ये सारी एल्गोरिथम एग्जाम में आती ही हैं एग्जाम्पल के साथ। कुछ पता चला आप लोगों के एग्जाम का क्या हो रहा है?
अभी नो मैम, कुछ नहीं पता चला है।
कुछ पता नहीं चला है?
यस मैम।
अच्छा ठीक है, और ये सारी ही एल्गोरिथम मैंने अरुण के पुजारी बुक से करा रही हूँ मैं सारी एल्गोरिथम। अरुण के पुजारी की पीडीएफ मैंने ऑलरेडी वहां पे शेयर कर दी है आपके गूगल क्लासरूम में, आप वहां से डाउनलोड करके स्टडी कर सकते हैं, और मैं स्लाइड्स आपको शेयर कर दूंगी। और
मैम पेपर होंगे क्या?
बेटा कुछ पता नहीं है कि होंगे क्या नहीं होंगे, वो तो वो लोग डिसीजन लेंगे ना, एग्जामिनेशन कमेटी, क्योंकि बीएससी एमएससी के तो उन्होंने निकाल दिया शेड्यूल ना, बीटेक का अभी तक आया ही नहीं है। फाइनल ईयर के तो होने ही हैं, अब आप लोगों का पता नहीं होगा नहीं होगा, क्योंकि एलएलबी सेकेंड ईयर के हो रहे हैं पेपर, तो पता नहीं शायद एमसीए सेकेंड ईयर के हो रहे हैं। आप लोगों ने कोई पेपर दिए तो है ना एक्सटर्नल एग्जाम, पिछली बार के तो दिए हैं ना सारे?
हाँ, थर्ड सेमेस्टर के दिए थे मैम।
थर्ड सेम के दिए हैं?
यस मैम।
और सेकंड सेम के नहीं दिए होंगे?
नो मैम।
तो सेकंड सेम का जो रिजल्ट है वो फर्स्ट सेम की बेसिस पे आया था?
सेकंड
सेकंड
जो फर्स्ट। यस मैम।
चलिए देखिए जैसा भी होता है, पढ़ते तो रहिए आप लोग। किसी को कोई लेक्चर में कोई दिक्कत है तो पूछ ले। आप लोग मुझे लगता है पढ़ते नहीं है, आप लोग पढ़ाई करिए थोड़ी थोड़ी घर पर, ठीक है? ये मत सोचिए कि पेपर नहीं होंगे, थोड़ा पढ़ लीजिए. चलिए, that's all with today's class.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.